Hey guys, welcome to the Stream Space, or welcome back if you've been here before. We have our first actual, custom Friday video in a while. So, this time we're going to be actually opening and it's not so much opening from, the original packaging. Before we moved, actually purchased a 2017 complete Megazord package. So, this is for the movie. This is one of the first times they sold all the Megazords in separate boxes, but somebody had them all together for, I think it was $30, which normally they were 30 to 50 a piece, depending which one you wanted. So we have an inbox version of the Mastodon, but this is all of them. So we're gonna kind of open it, take them. I guess this is like a modular Megazord, so you literally could take it apart. All the Zords came in different pieces, so we're gonna pop them out and put them all together, and then turn them into the Megazord as best we can. I mean, hopefully this isn't too crazy, but let's see how this goes. I've been excited to do this one for a while. So handy dandy box here, so you can see this was shipped to me. This is not the official box. Cutting. I should probably sharpen this. Then again, this knife lived in a vehicle and it fell behind something, and I actually didn't know it was there for the longest time. Now, funny thing is, this box has actually been literally speaking, because there's a couple parts of each Zord that are they're electronic and they have voices on them. So we'll go into each piece as we uncover them. We're gonna try and. I know that these guys are kind of chonky as far as Megazords go, so. So we gotta take stuff apart and figure out what's what, and yeah, there's a lot of pieces. This whole box is full. Hard to say what's what. Jesus. So many. Well, you can definitely not turn these into daggers, which is what you could do with these in the actual thing. This is what they use them for in the movie. Just accidentally unrecord, because we don't want to do that. T-Rex head. Doesn't open. It does open. But I can't make it talk. I was going to make it talk as a joke, but that clearly is not happening. Definitely prefer when each Zord was a singular component. Not whatever the hell they were thinking with this. Well, you can see which one's going to be the most in-depth, and that's the Rex. That one's gigantic. Apparently, though, this is to completion, so all the pieces are there. Well, they even have little rangers with each of them. But I've only found 3 of them, so I don't know where the other ones are. Maybe they're actually in their Zords. But yeah, look how tiny that is. They come with a little character. Yeah. Pink, yellow, and red right off the bat. So maybe the other ones are in this monstrosity somewhere. Okay. We got this pterodactyl by the looks of things. So this one looks to be probably the most simplistic. It's got its wings. Okay, so that one's kind of that one's super easy. This one was always even in the movie, was very jet-like. And as you can see, it actually has a compartment for the person. So I can put the Pink Ranger in there and she'll actually stay. Now, we'll come back to these as we come across, if we do happen to come across parts for any of the finished ones. So, from what it looks like, that was just a simple 3-piece. So, we'll go from there. So, we're going to do, got Saber-Tooth Tiger here. Do we have a compartment? We do. The compartment for that character's right there. Now, this one had giant cannons on its back. It's a repeating cannon, so one would go back, the other one would go forward. Okay, just like that. Cool. So, getting there, we're starting to put it back together. Now, their individual presentation, I would say, is not super impressive. But I think the Megazord will be. The only one I found I would have to say I did not like the general appearance of was the Mastodon. So I didn't like that it had like these weird little legs. Oh, look at the baby little legs. I felt that there was almost an inaccuracy. I guess that's why I didn't like it. There's a catapult. The cat in the corner making noises. Can you not chew on the tape? Get out of here. That cat lives to cause chaos. Okay, I was like starting to get worried that the Megazord piece was missing, but it's not so far. So we got our, that's the back, there's the front. Saber-Tooth Tiger. So this is their individual components. They all combine. Together we are more, as the tagline goes. They all have something like this in these pieces. So let's start with, this is the Mastodon. So I'll show you what I mean by those weird little legs. Cat? Did you eat paint chips as a kid? Why? I don't think that's the right piece. I feel like that might be Triceratops stuff. She keeps going for the tape. It was great. It was funny. God damn it, cat. Cat! Stop it! Look at his attitude. Look at what I get. I kind of like. I do like the modular design. I think it's kind of cool because I mean, you could have a little more fun with this. I wouldn't say you'd be like going super crazy and creative, but okay. Got the first set of little legs. Where's the other set? Here they are. So yeah, the little legs at the front are what annoyed me. See, these are like, it's got like 12 legs. If you put them together, you got 12 legs in the front for some reason. I feel like that's a little unnecessary. However, Zach's joyride of the Zord in the movie was super entertaining. I thought it was really funny. He just hops in and goes for a ride. Again, there's the compartment. I did find the Black Ranger, so far I've got 4 out of 5 of the Rangers. And that's the Mastodon. See, he's got those weird legs. I still can't get over how strange those look. Okay. That's 3. We even found the missing Ranger, so that was nice. We'll do Triceratops next. We're going to take a look inside this one and see if we can maybe find the Ranger himself, because I can't see the blue one anywhere. Yep, there he is. Found him. Using his own respective Zord. These seriously remind me of like the Beetleborgs Zords, because they literally had a compartment for each character. Okay, so get the Triceratops fronts back on. Honestly, I think his is the most accurate to the original Zord. That's an opinion, mind you, but I'm actually kind of wondering if these legs I have here, which are much darker in color, I'm wondering if they actually belong to the Mastodon. Oops. Let's knock my headset over. Hang on. Let's swap these out, because I think that's actually where they belong. They have the color match is closer on the plastic. I will say, like, the detail on these is pretty impressive. I think their biggest mistake was just trying to make it so that they were sold separately, though. As I mentioned before, that was not really a thing. They didn't really do that before. You bought a Power Rangers Megazord, you got the whole thing. So, there we go. There you go. See, that actually matches. Alright. Let's finish up the Triceratops by putting those legs back on. I'm interested to see how big this thing actually is. I'm actually kind of curious. Oh, I think these are legs for the pterodactyl. Yep, that's exactly what they are. Yeah, so they go underneath. So, I think that one's finished now. Okay, and then there's another leg. Now, what do you have a back piece? No, this one doesn't appear to have a back piece, but this is the Triceratops. And that's where the person was. It's right in that little compartment. Ow. That hurt. Okay. That's 4 out of 5. We're on the grand finale. Before we convert this into a big guy. It's a bit of an adventure to figure out how that went on there. So far. It would make sense that, you know, T-Rex being the leader and all that would be the most in-depth of all of them. I'm not sure he has cannons. That is not how that goes. That is not where that goes. We do have all the missiles for it, too. Just trying not to shoot this one across the room in the process. Last but not least, obviously, he's always had a laser cannon. As the Rex, he was always the most heavily armed of all the Zords, being the leader and all that. So, there you go. Look how this one's easily the biggest one. So, like, look how big that is. So yeah, the biggest thing about this particular Zord is that because of its modular design, they were actually able to make it bigger. And I mean, each toy was sold as an individual toy, right? So this is where things might get a little tricky. Now, I don't know if every single piece gets used in the final build. Oh, I hurt my thumb the other day, so that just slammed it straight down. That was not fun. Okay, so you got the upper torso. Got the head. Don't get ahead of yourself. I quit. I'm sorry. My bad. Never doing that again. No. Just gonna have to figure out where some of these go because it's not obvious in terms of like what some of them are for. That's a sword. They kept that as that's the sword. The tail is the sword. So well, we'll start with the biggest and most obvious components first. So just throwing the saber-tooth tiger around. No big deal. Alright, so that actually automatically turned over for me, so let's just put that back in there. So that's kind of like, that was always in the new movie, that's like the waist. I feel like there's more to this in terms of a connector piece. Or am I just overthinking this? I think I very well could be just overthinking this. Well, we'll keep working on it. We'll figure out how this goes. It's just going to take a little bit of finesse. And considering I got this used, I don't have manuals to rely on, unfortunately. No manuals for me. Okay, so I think I got a leg here. I feel like that's a successful, proper leg. Yeah, so that is just one component of it, too. That's actually pretty impressive. So,
Okay, stop.
I'll say I don't like how weird the legs sit, though, mind you. feel like something's supposed to go in there to help with this connection. Yeah, I feel like it's something supposed to be in there to help with the connector. But anyways, that's how they connect to the Sabertooth. So go off of like kind of some memory here and pieces that I just don't have access to. Like obviously, like I said, an instruction manual. Okay, so we'll basically start with the legs, go from there. I will say, just from like, I'm not done yet, but even from a size perspective, this is pretty impressive. Okay, so that's actually what that's supposed to look like. So that's actually like a knee pad, as it were. Okay. There's the lower half. Look how big that is. I can't even fit that in the whole camera. That's how friggin' huge this is. Stay. Alright, so just trying to figure out how the pterodactyl pieces into this. Interesting. I almost might even look up a friggin' instruction manual for this. Is getting crazy. This is like super in depth. Don't recall it being this in depth. Ever. Bluebell. Bluebell. Brr. Brr. Kind of going with a more obvious transformation on this one. So that's how the T-Rex converts. Figuring out how everything clips together is always fun. or something? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Just to give you a good idea, though, that's how big this fucking thing is. That's roughly how big it is. This part is not sitting on there correctly yet. God damn. Alright. Yeah, I'm not so prideful as to not look up an instruction manual when I am clearly needing one, so we're going to take 2 seconds and go find a manual for this. This is insane. Just gonna see if I can get us a PDF for it. Okay, so I kind of getting a better idea. I think I want to figure out how to clip the top to the bottom. Then it actually will sit properly. Just kind of going off of an image where I'm kind of being shown how to do it properly. Okay, so one of the first mistakes we made, and I'm not, I'll show you what I'm looking at. So I'm kind of going off of this is to get us to the right place, right? So you can see somebody went as far. I mean, go check out their channel if you actually want to find the video. But this is the actual, what this should look like when it's finished. So one of the first mistakes we made is we put the arms on the wrong sides. So let's fix that first. Okay, that's been repaired. Now, those pieces that are kind of underside of, kind of on the, I guess the armpit area is what you could call it. Somebody in this room cringed when I said that. Okay, okay. Those are parts of the saber tooth. So that's what those belong to. So that actually now makes sense the way the saber tooth components actually clip in. They are... they kind of clip in like on the side. So if you see right here, they clip in like this little piece right here, this bar, like that. So when you want to connect it to the rest of it, you actually disconnect those for a moment, drop the Megazord top on it, and then close it up. So just quickly find that other damn leg. Okay, here we go. Okay, so they should be like that. You can see. No, clip closed. So you pull it apart. Drop the big guy on top. Now we've actually fixed the arms so they look proper. And there's clips that these will actually link into. You can see right there. I'll give you a better look. You can see that little plastic jutting out right there. They clip onto that. So now we at least got that part right. So let's start putting other parts of them on. It's gonna zoom in and out of focus. That's my bad, guys. Sword goes on. Okay, so I got the sword in place. What exactly are they doing with the cannon on that one? That one looks weird. Okay, pop the one laser cannon on the side here. Why does mine seem to be different? Almost feels like mine has a slightly different paint job in the one part. Like the pterodactyl pieces don't look exactly the same. Get these back together. Okay, I see it. So it's gonna go on like that. Just gotta figure out how. Oh, they actually have inserts. So here you go. You got one of the wings on there, which they're technically used as wings. Can't fly or anything. Would have been a nifty effect if they'd actually gone with that, mind you. However, I don't think the component of... I don't know why the one pterodactyl piece is there, though. Like, why he would even show that piece, because I don't think that ever served that purpose. It was never used for that. Like, this thing is so... So if you see there, you can see the pterodactyl centerpiece right here. Oh, sorry, right here. Is being used for some reason, and that's not what that was ever for. I honestly they felt like that piece kind of just disappeared. Okay, let's put that into place. So I kind of feel like the pterodactyl stuff needed to go on first. Okay, so like before you clipped on. Holy shit! This guy's huge. This Megazord now runs the channel. This now runs the channel. Now you can't even see me anymore. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think that kind of covers how you would set up the Megazord, because it doesn't look like any of the other pieces have anywhere to go. And I'll show you what I mean by I think like the pterodactyl might have been being misused. So in the image you could see that it was sticking up almost. So it's like treating it like a sword of its own. It's not technically what that's for. However, combining it with the, you got the Tyrannosaurus tail and you got the pterodactyl, almost a blade. It's borderline a blade. So let's take a step back so you can see the whole thing. So like, that is probably, I would say, easily the most impressive Megazord toy I have ever seen. It is gigantic. And, oh, hang on. And we can do one more thing. Where's the saber-tooth cannon? Saber-tooth cannon, according to his build. Went right there. Look at that. What freaking big that is. So, yeah, I think that kind of covers it. So, you can't turn the pterodactyl into daggers, unfortunately, which is how they used it in the movie. But that right there is pretty impressive. I'm actually pretty blown away by just... But now it makes sense why the toys were all sold separately. Like, they are huge. So, I mean, that kind of concludes our build. You got to see each sword, you got to see it put together, and even to some extent how it goes together. So hopefully that helped a few people with them trying to figure out what to do with theirs. Yeah, it does get the shoulder cannons as well. So these actually go on the shoulder. So I was like, where do we import those? Where do we employ those? But the way that it looks is not all components are employed. So after it goes into this mode, obviously, because of the way they did it in the movie, they never showed it combined. See, it's got those cannons. There's a little missile in one of them. Watch me fire it and it hit my monitor and break something. So anyways, I think that kind of concludes the video. So thanks for checking it out, guys. So this has been our 2017 Megazord building video, kind of showing off all the different parts, different toys, and I mean perhaps why this did not take off as far as the toys went, because I mean, you know, like 1,000 pieces for each. You've got the fact that you got to pay $20 to $50 for each component. Kind of a brutal price tag. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for checking it out. You can find us on, you're watching this on YouTube, so that's Pidera Space 74. But if you want to go catch some of our lives, go over to Pidera_74 on Twitch. We also have a partnership with Dubby. They make energy drinks. They do like kind of like a pre-mix, almost. A lot of people would compare it to like a pre-workout type drink. You know, it's some jitter-free stuff. It doesn't make you feel weird or anything like that. But definitely helps like keep you awake and focused and stuff like that. I definitely found it was really helpful during my move that I just completed. You can go over there, and if you use our creator code Pidera74, no spaces or anything like that, you'll actually we get it a little, you know, it's almost like a finder's fee from that. As well, we have a Streamlabs tip link in our description of our video, so definitely check that out. And that's if you want to support the channel a little more directly. So thanks for checking it out. Like, follow, subscribe, put all those in the right places so you can keep up with our content and we can keep making content for you. Thanks for checking it out. I am out of here. I'm going to go be responsible and find out why my cat's going crazy. Take care, guys. Pidera out.